Good morning and welcome to the Gospel from Patmos, written by John Paulian. It's May 13th and my name is Donna Marie Duncan. John the Apostle writes in chapter 6, verses 12 to 14, "And I saw when he opened the sixth seal, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black like sackcloth of hair. And the whole moon became like blood, and the stars of the heaven fell to the earth, like a fig tree drops its unripe figs, having been shaken by a mighty wind. And the sky was split open, like a scroll being rolled open. And every mountain and island was moved out of its place." Today's passage lists a series of 6 items. The first and last of the 6 are earthquakes, the latter being so great that every mountain and island shifts position, a truly cataclysmic event. In between the 2 earthquakes occur 4 heavenly signs. The sun darkens, the moon turns bloody red, the stars fall to the earth, and heaven itself splits up. The images are either literal or spiritual. I am not aware of a compelling case to treat the sun, moon, stars, and sky as symbolic here, so we should probably interpret them literally. In the Greek of this passage, the word hos usually compares something literal with something figurative. The pattern is that the sun becomes black like sackcloth of hair, the moon becomes like blood, the stars fall like a fig tree drops its unripe figs, and the sky splits open like a scroll being rolled up. So we should take the sun, moon, stars, and sky literally, and what happens to them figuratively. Events like the first 3 have taken place in the past. In 1780, an incredible dark day spread across North America, in which animals came home early, thinking the day was already over, and roosters crowed at odd hours. That night, the moon turned a dark red. The event was so unusual that many people took note of it. Then, in November 1833, a meteor shower was so spectacular that many people wrote their local newspaper announcing that the end of the world must be at hand. God uses the events to stimulate tremendous interest in the prophecies of the Bible around the world. But interpretation of this text cannot stop with the 19th century. The descriptions in verse 14 go way beyond anything history records. The sky ripping apart and every island moving out of its place are events not yet seen. They point to the time just before Jesus returns. We find the spiritual message of this text when we examine the Old Testament passages it echoes. "Though the mountains be shaken and the hills be removed, yet my unfailing love for you will not be shaken, nor my covenant to peace be removed." The assurance is that no matter what, God will never forsake his people. Dear Lord, I crave a calm confidence that my whole life is sheltered in your caring hands, no matter what the circumstances I may face today. Amen.